November public meeting for ANC5D. We're to be commended for coming out in the rain. Thank you, ma'am. The meeting is now called to order. At this time, I'll have Commissioner Bugs call the roll.
Present.
Blackman.
Present.
Captain Henderson.
Present.
Lee.
Present.
And I'm Ron Bud.
Madam Secretary, do we have a quorum?
We do.
Okay. Let's see, the agenda, I see your hand, Commissioner. The agenda is as follows, and there is only one agenda. The first item on the agenda is the call to order. Second item is the roll call. Third item is the public safety report by Sergeant Bellavance. The fourth item is a Douglas development project in Union Market, 411 New York, I'm sorry, back up. The fourth item is the development project in ANC5D 01, 411 New York Avenue, LLC. The fifth item on the agenda is Union Market development with Paul Milstein and the Douglas development team. The sixth item is Deputy Director Richard Jackson from the District Department of Energy and the Environment. The seventh item is the proposed Pepco Exelon settlement with the People's Council, Sandra Matabu-Fry. I believe she's here. Her team from the Office of the People's Council is here to present and to answer your questions. The eighth item, administrative matters. A, motion to pay the phone bill. B, the treasurer's report. C, approval of the minutes. 8, citizens' concerns. 9, announcement. And thank you. Commissioner Lee.
I'd like to make a motion that the agenda as set forth by Commissioner Henderson be adopted.
I second it. Been moved and properly seconded that the agenda as set forth that you just heard is adopted. All in favor? Aye. Aye. All opposed or abstaining?
No.
No.
Okay, we're still moving forward. Thank you.
Excuse me,
At the
Commissioner
first,
Henderson.
excuse me,
There
you're
was a
out of
motion.
order.
I'm not
You're
out of order. You
You
just
are.
stepped out of order.
You're out of order, Commissioner.
Commissioner, was there a vote to accept the
Commissioner,
agenda? Was there a vote? Was there a vote to accept the
You're
agenda?
out of order.
I'm not out of order.
Please
I asked
stay
the
down.
question. Was
We're
there a vote to
moving
accept
forward.
the agenda? I'd like to make a motion that the agenda proposed
We
by,
cannot do that.
we just did.
Excuse me, you're out of order. You've not been recognized by the chair, and you're out of order.
You're out of
You're out of
order
order.
because you're abusing your power as chairman.
Yes, you
Commissioner
are.
Miles.
You're abusing your, Commissioner Lee, you're abusing your
Excuse me.
power as
Commissioner-
chairman.
Excuse me.
We've
Excuse
been
me.
trained
Order.
by the
You haven't been
ANC,
trained.
we've been trained by the
Commissioner
ANC.
Lee, you're out of order. There is an effort here that underscores the usual drama that unfortunately some members of the commission undertake. The agenda is set forth by the chairperson with input from the commissioners. Excuse me, I have the floor, Commissioner Lee. At the beginning of this meeting, well, prior to the meeting, you had an agenda, then you saw Commissioner Bugs come in and put down something totally different. That is out of order. I am not going to entertain it. I am not going to entertain it. We are going to move forward. We're going to move forward. And Commissioner Lee, you have not been recognized, so please put your hand down. At this time, I'd like to
According
ask.
to the ANC
Excuse
guidelines.
me, you're out
And
of order. Excuse me, you're out of order.
Agenda.
Commissioner
Although the
Lee,
chairperson
you're
of the
out of
executive
order.
committee or committees of the whole
Commissioner
may
Lee,
have
you're
distributed
out
the
of order.
agenda in advance. A
Commissioner
formal
Lee,
vote
you're
must
out
be
of
taken
order.
on the agenda. Was a
You're
formal
out
vote
of
taken?
order.
Was a formal vote
You're
taken?
out of
Was
order.
a formal vote
Yes.
taken on the
You're
agenda?
out of order. Come on, sit down.
I'm not
Sit
gonna
down because
Sit down, you're out of order,
That's
you've not been recognized,
That's not
sit
what
down.
I'm saying. The officer needs to step in. We don't need chaos tonight.
Sit down. Would you someone please call MPD? You're out of order, Commissioner Lee.
And we're going
Sit
by
down.
with the direction.
You're sitting down. Sergeant Bellavance, we will have order. You are to now provide the public service report. You have the floor.
Sergeant.
Sit down.
Sergeant, do you
Commissioner
mind
Lee.
following what we need to
Sit down,
do in order to
Commissioner
have
Lee.
this
You're
meeting go
not in,
in a
you're
proper
not in
direction?
charge here. I am. Sit down.
Can someone make an
Commissioner Lee.
amendment on the agenda?
No, sit down, Commissioner Lee. Sit down. I am the chairperson, Commissioner Sergeant Bellavance. You are now to give the public service
I'm
report.
not gonna get involved with that. I mean, I'm here to read the stuff, so whenever you guys need me to read the stuff.
The floor is yours. Sit down, Commissioner Lee. And if you have a complaint, you can take it up with Mr. Simon.
I'd like to move to.
You are out of order, you've
Thank-
not
I'd
been
like to move to
recognized,
approve the
Commissioner
chair.
Roberts.
I second
Commissioner
that
Roberts,
motion.
you're out of order.
I'd like to move
Sergeant
to appeal the ruling of the
Bellavance.
chair.
Sergeant Bellavance, the floor is yours. You're out
I
of
second
order.
that motion.
You're out
To
of
appeal
order.
the ruling of the
You
chair
are
for the
out
third
of order.
time.
You are out of order. You are
Okay, so
out
it's now
of
been
order.
seconded all three
It is
times.
not.
So.
It is, you're out of order.
If the ruling of the chair
You're
was to
out
be
of order.
overruled, please vote yes.
You're out of
Otherwise,
order.
please vote
Ruling of the
no.
chair.
You're out of order.
So if you would
Sergeant
like to
Bellavance,
appeal
I'm
the
going
ruling
to
of
ask
the chair, please
to
vote
restore
yes.
order to this
Yes.
meeting,
Yes.
or you can
If
leave.
you'd like to not vote to appeal the ruling of the chair,
Commissioners, you're
vote
out
no.
of order. You are out of order. Sit
No,
down.
no,
You've
so
not
the
been
yeses have
recognized
it.
by the
The
chair.
yeses have
Sit
it, the
down.
noes do not. I will
No.
not sit down. We are not
Sit
going to
down.
do this.
Sit
So,
down, then you may
the ruling
leave.
has now been overruled.
No,
You can
actually
leave.
you
The
haven't.
chair
You
has
have
been
not.
overruled.
No,
so
you're
now
not
let's
overruled.
take a
You're
motion
not overruled.
to
Sit
adopt
down.
the agenda
Sit
distributed
down.
by Secretary
Sit
Bush.
down.
If you would like to vote
Sit
to
down.
approve the agenda,
Sit down.
distributed
You are out of
by
order.
Commissioner Bugs,
You're
please
out
vote yes.
of order.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're out of
I
order.
heard 4 yeses.
Sergeant
If you would not
Bellavance,
like to
you are to
appeal
provide
the
the
agenda
public safety
by
report now.
Commissioner Bugs, vote no.
Provide the public safety report.
This is my.
Provide
The
the public safety
yeses
report.
have it. The agenda
The commissioners are out of order. You are out of order.
The
You are
chairman
out
has
of order.
abused her.
You're out of order. You're attempting to abuse your authority. You're
The
out
chairman
of
has
order.
abused her
You're
authority
out of order.
by not recognizing the
You're
motion
out
that
of
was voted.
order. You're out of order.
We've
You're
had roll
out of
call.
order. You're out
We
of
have a
order.
motion to adopt the agenda as
Sergeant
set forth.
Bellavance, you are to take the floor and provide the public safety report now.
No, sir.
You're out of order.
No, sir.
Are you refusing to do that,
Yes,
Sergeant
he
Bellavance?
is. Because I'm the vice chairman and
You're
you're
not. You're out
out
of
of.
order. You're out of order.
I am the
Sit
vice
down.
chairman. And
You're
you-
just the vice chair. I'm the
That's right.
chairperson.
And when you
You're
step
out of order.
I'm
You're
taking
out
over the
of
meeting.
order.
I'm taking over the meeting.
You're not taking over the meeting. You're out of order.
Old business.
You're out of order, Commissioner Lee.
Approval of the
You're
September
out of order.
2015.
You're out of order.
Don't bust
You're
a
out of order. You're out of order. You're out of order.
I've been married 25 years.
Sergeant Bellavance, you are to take the floor and provide the public safety report.
No, sir.
Sergeant,
No, sir. You
Commissioner
heard.
Miles, you're out of order.
Commissioner Lee,
You're out of order.
all times is kicking in because there's
You're
no
out of
miles on
order.
there.
You're out of order.
There's
Can
no
I see
miles.
the other agenda, please?
No,
Because
you're out of order.
developers here that needs to present.
You're out of
this
order.
We didn't
rate.
vote. Commissioner Lee.
You're out of order.
Would you like to read the
You're
rules?
out of
I
order.
don't need the rules. I
You're
wanna see
out
the
of
other
Did you
order.
vote
agenda.
on the agenda?
I want to see the
Sergeant
other
Bell,
agenda.
excuse me, Commissioner Commissioner Lewis, no, that is not the agenda. Listen,
Actually, it's
you're out of order.
That's it.
You're out of order.
That's it.
Are you gonna give that public safety
No,
report?
he's not. I am the vice chairman.
I am the chairperson. You're
So-
out of order.
so you
You're
have
out of
abused-
order. You've abused your authority and gotten this commission.